the commercial side, and really you guys are bringing in both things to that, right? So how do you?
Yeah. So, Melissa touched on it a little bit, and what I do is really the development, right? So the development of the floor plans for the condos, for the multi-residential buildings, for new developers, so complete home builds, that sort of project. And so that's why we decided to do a whole condo floor plan. So we're bringing in the commercial, being able to say this is a space, right? So the average square footprint in the GTA is anywhere between 400 to 600 square feet. A 20 by 30 booth is a 600 square foot. Right. So it played itself perfectly, amazingly, to be able to outlay the pattern. Little bit of tweaking, in our booth you won't find any closets, and we totally get that that's not reality, right? But at the same time, focusing on the kitchen, the storage, the millwork, and the spaces, which really incorporates that kind of commerciality to it that we're playing with.
All right, so let me bring it back again to the business side. It's a hefty investment.
Absolutely.
What does a return from this type of project look like?
Well, you have hundreds of thousands of people walking through for those 4 days, right? So being able, like, I always go back to this, grabbing those people's attentions, like you always have to stand out, and our booth, I think, is going to more than achieve that, at least.
I say it all the time, but the whole real core of this partnership is the legacy. And Melissa's very much the legacy of the brand, right? And being able to be young and vibrant and passionate, I think that what we want as a return is the legacy, right? So we're going to make our combined collaborative debut at IDS, and we're going to do it big, and we're going to do it loud, and we're going to do it so that everybody remembers. And I think the return really comes from, just that. Yeah, it's going to be tangible. We'll get work, and that's amazing, and we'll be blessed and privileged to do that. But for us, it's about who's talking and who's remembering, and who, even our quote-unquote competition out there, who we don't really see anybody as competition. We believe that design is collaborative across the board, and it's subjective based on a personal preference, not better or worse.
Which is something that I do love about you guys. I mean, it's the whole, design is the new black.
Yeah,
collaboration
absolutely.
is the new black, and you guys exemplify that, right?
Yeah.
I love it. So so what I try to do is kind of keep these guys on track in terms of defining, very specifically, if we, is it X amount of signups? Is it, X amount of developers coming through that we need to capture it. So hard nuts and bolts, when we sit down again to review, did we achieve this? What are some of those specifics?
You always do this to us. You always do, and it's really difficult. It's really difficult for a couple of reasons. One, just we're humble, right? So to say even before the show airs, we're gonna get 50 kitchens, and we're gonna, I'm gonna get 3 developers signed up with us, and it's hard for us because it's just not how we manage our lives and our businesses. But if we have to, I would say I'd like to see a 60% lift on the residential side,
Yeah, that'd be good.
and a 40% lift on the commercial side.
Okay.
So big really is established in the sense of mortgage investment trusts, redevelopments, that sort of thing. And one of the area that we're pushing in for 2018 is the new commercial design builds, right? So new condo design, that sort of thing. And being able to do that in collaboration with Melissa, where we can get the new residential builds as well, piggybacking on each of us. So, I mean, a 60-40 lift
would be great.
Would be considered success to us.
Okay. And so is part of that 60-40 lift, because I have to get down to the nitty gritty, right? So is that really making inroads with a significant developer here, say in Durham region? And so that's what they'll tell me is my job, like watch it happen. But it's important, right? Because
Absolutely,
that's
sure.
I mean, if we're going to quantify that lift, then there have to be supports to facilitate that. And so yeah.
I mean, Melissa, I know you can speak to this better than me, but I mean, the millwork should see a tremendous exposure, right? We've not really exposed our millwork side of our industry and our business.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of homeowners, they look at a kitchen and you're looking at about $30,000 for a kitchen in your home, and that scares a lot of people. Yeah. So to be able to actually physically see our quality of work and to be able to touch it and realize that it's not just some nails and screws and wood, right? It's a lifestyle, really, at the end of the day, right? We're going into people's homes, or we're going into people's businesses or commercial spaces and telling a story that's their life, really. So really, at the end of the day, like, I think people coming to IDS and stuff will actually see our quality of work, and that will impress them alone. Not only our designs, but again, the quality is more than there.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. I mean, I totally love the whole black lacquer, and I'm looking forward to it. So, guys, it's time for the dirty down low portion.
You're just so mean. You start with her.
So it's so funny how dirty down low plays in with black lacquer. So you could do dirty down low, or somebody you could do love notes.
Somebody get me the paint deck, and we'll 50 Shades of Grey this right now.
So dirty down low is really just talking about, what are some of the hidden areas that you need to tell about either a client experience, a job that you're doing. You don't have to be specific about it. Just an area that is a pain point.
You want us to be the National Enquirer Durham region. Are y'all ready? We're talking. We're talking.
So
dirty.
one of you can do a dirty download, and one of you can do a love note.
Oh, diss that.
I'll do the love note. I call it the love note.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
Okay, go.
Or you go first.
No, you got the easy one. I have to dirt. You go first.
Oh.
Okay, give me a love note. Give me a love note.
Do I have... It's on my phone?
It's on your phone. Oh, it would be.
It would be, and I didn't have my phone on me.
Okay, really?
Can I ad-lib?
Sure.
Okay, so
once upon a time.
I know.
I went to Humber College for my Bachelor of Interior Design, and while I was there, I was working at the library, and my boss, Amanda,
hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Because we know you're totally watching.
Yes.
Because if you're not, we're really
That girl went to bat for me so many times. I'm dramatic, I'm not going to lie. And a couple weeks ago, I was talking to her, and she sent me the most uplifting, oh my God, I've made it message. Pretty much along the lines of that she definitely sees the drive, and she sees that I'm going to make it, and that she's so proud of me. And it's like things like that when you have very stressful days, especially with our Belleville project. Little notes like that from friends or family or even clients definitely makes you realize that you're doing the right thing and you're actually going places in life.
Sweet.
And
absolutely. And
I love getting those. I mean, testimonials are one thing, but when somebody goes out of their way to just kind of lift up your spirits,
totally.
it's just...
That's why I love notes, right?
Yeah.
Like they're that little piece of like heaven.
They always come at the right times, I feel. Like,
except from our better halves.
Yes. I'm with
Complete
you on that.
strangers, the love notes. Better halves, crickets.
Yeah.
It's just like sometimes you feel like you're going nowhere, and then somebody just says something so nice to you. And you're like, I'm gonna cry.
I got this.
Okay, you've got 20 seconds. Go.
All right, dirty down low. So I'm gonna say that probably our biggest dirt right now has been on our commercial redevelopment.
Okay.
Yes.
And it is a super, super tight budget that we are turning around for a significant profit for the developer. And we don't have the opportunity to go back and say, hey, we're out of money and we need to kind of, get more. So I think one of the issues is, you have to be really skilled in who you hire on the commercial and the residential side to stay within those budgets. And especially when you're dealing with 6-figure mold and asbestos abatements.
Wow. When
you're dealing with needing new roofs on a 22,000 square foot property, right? These aren't small price tags. And so the budget can get really, really out of control really quick. And our most recent was we're about 2 weeks behind on schedule. And no matter what height of heel I wear or low cut dress, it's not helping this timeline. So we're about 2 weeks behind schedule, which is an issue because this property is targeted for, a resale point. And there's a lot of investors and a lot of investor intention on this property. And our mold and asbestos abatement has really slowed us down because everywhere we look, we find more of it. So, that's been a challenge. And can't say that I wasn't a Dove commercial and sweating a little bit on the inside, but we overcame it. And the A&O Contracting, who is one of our contractors out in Belleville, did an amazing job.
Awesome.
And we're able to, we're behind schedule, but we're going to make it up, right? We're going to make it up on our interior finishings. We'll make it up on, painting and all those other things. And it is what we do. But at the end of the day, not only was it dirty physically, but it was not a great scenario.
And to add to that a tiny bit too, it's like the most expensive things are always behind the scenes that nobody sees,
right?
And it's so frustrating. It's just
nobody sees the $150,000 roof.
Yeah,
we're gonna take a lot of aerial shots.
That's a real dream down.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for our first episode of Styled Interiors. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And please engage with us. Hit us up on social media. Put your comments onto this YouTube channel. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks.